Welcome to Oregon Cash Flow Pro. My name is James Barber. I'm here to help you maximize your cash flow. Today, I wanted to show you how easy it was to do a rate lock on an Allianz IUL. Allianz is one of the few, might be the only IUL carrier out there that offers a couple of different lock options with their IUL. One is a manual lock where you can just pay attention to the rate each day. And when you see the rate you would like to have, or it passes wherever you'd like to be at, you can just say lock it in from here, and it will lock until the end of your point-to-point periods, at which point it'll reset and you can do it again the next year. You're allowed to lock it once a year. They just recently introduced an auto lock feature where you can go in and say, if it ever gets above X amount, go ahead and automatically lock it. Well, one of my accounts, I already used the auto lock feature and it's locked in at 13.58% for that particular index. And I have another account that I'm going to set the auto lock today. And I thought I'd share with you how to do that. Now, this does require you to have an Allianz policy. If you go to your online account, scroll down, you can see your index choices. These are the two that I like to use, Bloomberg and PIMCO. I've got them allocated 50-50. And if you look over here, well, these are my start and end dates. We've got the current values. You can see I'm currently at 12.17% for the PIMCO and 2.85% for Bloomberg. And I've got about 2 months left to go on these. PIMCO's outperforming this year. That's the one that I locked in at 13.58 on my other account, which had a different start date. But we're going to go ahead and lock this one in. I'm going to use the auto lock feature, and I'm going to say lock this in over 13%. Hopefully we'll get there in the next day or two. That's what happened the last time. With my other account, I told it to lock in at 13, and like the next day it went over and hit 13.58, I think. Turned out to be a pretty good time because it did drop down after that. So if we just click that lock button, it takes us to this next page. You don't have to be afraid to push that button. There's 4 steps that we're going to have to go through to lock this. First, you've got to agree to these. Take your time and read through it. Then we'll scroll down. Now here's where we get to choose, either manually lock it. If I click to manually lock it, it's going to lock in whatever the value is for today. If I do the auto lock, I'm just going to choose my target. And that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to say 13%. And you don't have to lock both of them at the same time. You can lock one and leave the other one untouched, which is what I'm going to do today. So we're going to lock this one in at 13%. We're going to review it, accept the terms and conditions. You can see we're ready to go. And that's it. So now we've got that set. If I want to make a change, I can undo this as long as it hasn't locked. If it does lock, or if I did the manual lock, I have until the end of the stock market day to call Allianz and tell them to take it off because I made a mistake or I just want to not do it. Changed my mind. So you have until the end of that day. With the auto lock feature, as long as it hasn't triggered, you can go in and adjust it if you want to. Using Allianz rate lock feature is just that easy. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer them for you. If you want to look at getting a policy like this for you, feel free to sign up to meet with me via my Calendly. You can get on my schedule at whatever time is convenient for you. My Calendly, I'm going to link it right here, but it's calendly.com/cashflowpro.
Now go maximize your cash flow.